Welcome back to Night Vision.
The weather gods did not create havoc on the second day of the Indian International Sailing Regatta. On an overcast day, two sailors from the Tamil Nadu Sailing Association led the pack in the optimist category. Will the rain play spoilsport on day 2 of India International Regatta was the million-dollar question doing the rounds. But luckily, day 2 turned out to be easier on the sailors, with light wind conditions prevailing for the better part of the race day. Rufus Nathaniel of the host association went ahead of the pack in the optimist category. He is being followed by another sailor from TNSA, KC Ganapathy. Rufus has had four first place finishes in the 6 races conducted so far.
We had 2 races in middle wind conditions. However, definitely it was lighter than yesterday, so it was definitely easier for the sailors to compete in this rough sea with big swell.
We're now joined in our studio tonight by these 2 young sailors, Rufus Nathaniel and KC Ganapathy. Thanks very much. Rufus, you've had a great showing today. Tell us about it.
Yeah, today it was actually good sailing these heavy winds, and it was actually really fantastic to come first.
Right.
I got 4 guns.
What about the swell and all that? Yesterday it was really high, 2 meters.
No,
today, what was it like?
Today it was actually higher than yesterday.
Really?
Because it was actually great.
You liked it?
Yeah.
All right. But let me ask both of you, how old are you? First, Rufus.
I'm 14.
14. And you?
13.
13. You're going to be 14.
Yeah.
My God, 2 14-year-olds. Don't you ever feel scared taking that optimist boat out, single boat, out into the sea with swelling waves and all that?
No.
No?
No.
Why, you've been sailing from very little or what?
Yeah,
How old were you when you
5 years
started?
old.
5? What about you, Rufus?
9.
What about the competition from the other sailors? Are you finding it slightly tough going?
No, actually we find it easy to come the top sailors. We find it a little bit difficult from the top 5 sailors, but the rest is actually easy to come up.
All right. I mean, also this particular circuit that you are sailing in must be familiar because this is where both of you practice, right?
Yeah.
Just tell us, I mean, in this international regatta, we have Chennai sailors doing really well. What is the reason, Ganapathy?
That's because we've been sailing here lots. We know the wind pattern and the tide pattern, so we have an advantage in that. That's why we're doing better than the other sailors.
So do you agree with him fully, or you think that there are certain skill sets that our sailors also
No,
have?
it's actually the same. It's actually the same.
All right.
So how do both of you manage if you have to actually sail somewhere else, you know, where you don't know the waters, you don't know how it's going to go? Rufus, you tell us.
Situations like that, we go early one day, so we check the water, like how is the condition, the patterns, the swells and all those stuff. So we get used to it for one day.
And is one day enough most of the times?
Not many times because the conditions can change every day. So if we are lucky it stays same, otherwise we have a little trouble.
Right. Now, Ganapathy, I think you're not going to school for this whole 1 year, right? So does that mean you're going to be sailing every single day? How many hours are you doing?
Almost every single day. So it was a joint decision between the principal, my parents and I that I need to take many days off for regattas and going abroad for coaching camps. So we decided I'll do NIOS for 1 year and then join in 10th standard and do my boards in 2011 with my classmates.
So you're quite happy to not go to school regularly every day, I'll bet.
No, I go to school like once or 2 times a week to catch up with what my friends are doing and to play football. And
Okay, so you go to school not to study but to play, is that one?
no, I go to school to study and some days I play.
And some days you play as well. Okay. Rufus, how do you balance study and sailing?
Well, actually I got used to it because studies, it's actually separate. You just have to study and get marks.
All right, so your school also helps out, like Ganapathy was saying. It was a joint decision. The principal was involved in the whole decision-making process. Your school must be helping you out in terms of like being absent from school.
Yeah, they do.
Let's ask which school you're both actually in. Rufus, which school?
St. John's.
St. John's in Mandavali?
No, in Besanagar.
Besanagar. What about you?
The school.
The school. All
Okay,
right.
KFI. Okay.
All right. So, Ganapathy, we do understand that this year you have planned your entire year to be dedicated to sailing. What are you planning to do after this international regatta?
Study for the next few, like 1 month, then we may have an international regatta coming up in December. So I'll study till then and sail like 4 or 5 times every week and study the rest of the time.
All right. So when you are not sailing, you are studying. That's what you are saying.
Yeah.